It started out as 6 or 7 alums with Professor Agnew having a drink, and I think the last one was something 125 people. So it's leaps and bounds, and people who hadn't been a part of the alumni network in New York have really gotten involved, and you've seen the change, especially at the DoG Street to Wall Street program.
Passion is when you're interested in something and you're not driven by the money, you're not driven by the fact that you have this great title on your card.
What's going on right now is going to have long-term impact.
You're driven because you actually love the work and what you do, and it's passion is what I feel about teaching and helping students, and so that's why I'm able to get up early in the morning and come to work. And I think everybody on the panel, I heard that word used quite often too. You're not going to be successful.
There's either security that's going to be sold or traded.
Unless you're passionate about your job, because after time, the money is not as important and the title's not important. It's that you love what you do.
I'm not saying it's in any way an easy job, but I do think we have more control over our time.
I'm here to figure out what I want to do with my career, what field I want to go into. I wanted to do investment banking, but then when I went to the private banking side or panel, I found that very interesting because I want to work with people hands-on instead of just working or help me big corporations.
I was a finance major undergrad, and I'm back here for the master's in accounting program, so I'm kind of looking at a wide range. I like the finance side, obviously that's why I'm here.
That's how we set the stage. We think, here's the research we're thinking about.
I would probably prefer to do private banking, wealth management. That'd probably be my ultimate dream.
That's why I came here, just try to figure out which field I want to go into, and private banking was one of them. My first career opportunity was investment banking, which I changed it. I think I changed it to private banking because that's something that I want to do hands-on.
When I was here, I felt a lot of my classmates went into a finance major saying, I guess the job or the end point was investment banking at JP Morgan, because that's really what they knew, and that who was recruiting at the time. And it was the equivalent of saying, I want to play football, but not understanding any of the positions. And so really bringing back people from Wall Street, from all the different areas, to understand what the opportunities and areas to become an expert.
Gen sales or the research sales?
This is a wonderful program, and I have to give Mary Schilling at Career Center a lot of credit. We talked together about a way that we could show students the different careers that they might be able to pursue, because at William & Mary that was one thing that students will come to my office and say, what can I do with my finance degree? And as an undergraduate, I remember thinking those same thoughts.
There's like a specific way, quote unquote, that you would call over to a trader.
And so we tried to devise a one day where people could take the whole day, go to different panels, and try to figure out what they're passionate about, so then we could then help them pursue those goals that they were interested in.
But you can kind of be creative about it, because we all know that those formal opportunities aren't always around.
I'm here because other alumni helped me get a job when I started interviewing for jobs on Wall Street.
You're not going to, as a junior or senior, get your resume pulled out of the pile if all you have is being a waiter.
So I kind of feel like it's my duty to give back and help other students get jobs.
Rianne and I have worked together for several years because she was our derivative specialist. So if I had clients that had concentrated stock positions where we were trying to hedge their exposure, she was our point of contact there. She's now moved into the alternative investments group, and the majority of our clients that fit the specifications will have some exposure to hedge funds, private equity, and that's where her specialization is now.
An excellent opportunity to hear from a bunch of different experts in different fields of finance. I love hearing from the different panelists and getting to see the different parts of the finance world.
I got to see the structure, as far as they have associates, analysts, VPs, manager directors. So I didn't really know how the structure was. So that was interesting.
Well, I went to the investment banking panel this morning, and I was really interested in the divisions of investment banking. So they went through different divisions on the corporate side, the sales and trading side. So it was really interesting to find out the dynamics of the industry.
I did an internship when I was undergrad in investment banking, but that was in Hong Kong, and I kind of want to know what the difference is between working in China and working on Wall Street specifically.
Hey, pleasure, John. I went to school 25 years ago. The school was wonderful to me. They treated me well. I came right out of an undergrad program. And I can give you the names of the folks that actually that went to school here that have worked for me, because I had no business being in a business school program, and they're very good to me. So I think anything I can do to give back to the school, which has helped me, and I've been lucky in my career, so smart and lucky, but a lot of lucky, and so anything I can do to help out and give back, I'm more than happy to come down and help. And so Julie asked me to come down. I was absolutely more than pleased to do it.
I have been researching private banking, specifically JP Morgan, and just to speak with the alum and see their day-to-day operations, how they interact with clients and what the clients want and what they need. I think that's really, it gives you an insight, more than what you would get from, say, researching or, reading something. You can ask them questions, per se, and they give you great advice. So I thought that was extremely helpful.
I teach an undergraduate fixed income class, and we talk a lot about different careers that they could pursue. And I had a student in my class that had come to me right before this and said, I don't know what to do with my life. And grabbed me as I was running to the next panel and goes, I figured it out. I know what I'm going to do, and was excited and running after a panelist to get their card and start pursuing that career path. And that's really why we do it. It's just, we want everybody to find their passion.
Which is to have a very open, honest, no holds barred discussion.
The support of the alumni, I think that they're really willing to help in any way possible, and no matter what you say or what you do, they're just there to help you, and I think that's really important, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, and they're a little timid and they don't go up to the alumni, but I think the alumni really appreciate it.
It's just so helpful to the students. We appreciate it so much. It's an invaluable opportunity for us, and it's just so awesome that they're willing to give back to us every year, and it's very helpful to us. So we're very grateful for what they do.
I started coming back a few years out of school, doing recruiting, college recruiting here, the draw of William & Mary. I loved it. I loved all 4 years. It was probably just an amazing experience. The professors were tremendous. I got such opportunity here, and then got such opportunity when I graduated, and a lot of it due to my experience here.
Every year it keeps getting better. We had more students than ever before. All our panels were filled. We had our first international panel where we used our video conferencing.
The Fulbright process, which is a wonderful scholarship.
And it all worked perfectly, so quite delighted. Our panelists are fantastic. People love to come back to the college, and everybody that has come back has paid their own way, has taken time away from work and time away from their family to come back and talk to students, because they remember what it was like being in their position and sitting in their seat.
In-house, or do you outsource?
We all believe that the William & Mary education is second to none, and we want to help these students get to their goals.
It really helped me as I started to, look for interviews and start approaching job opportunities.
Each year it just gets better, and I think Miller Hall, showcasing Miller Hall, using all of its capabilities, has really made this one the best year ever. And it set the bar, because we plan on doing this every year, so we've got a lot of work. We better start planning tomorrow for next year, because it was really incredible.
If I get out there, get a good job, I'll come back whenever they invite me.
Whatever effort you put into William & Mary is worth it. The students that I've hired from William & Mary have done fabulously well. They've shown really above in a number of their peers. They've done very well. They've progressed throughout the organization.
The thing that strikes me each time I come back is how impressive the student body is. And I've noticed that just in terms of the interaction I've had with the students, when I look at the level of communication skills that they bring to the table, it's really outstanding compared to what I see in terms of mainstream business. And that's where I think the real selling point for William & Mary students is the liberal arts background, the analytical skills, the communication skills. That, I think, is really what stands them apart.
William & Mary is an incredible place, and we have incredible assets that are our students, and as soon as they go out to work and get jobs, they become the stars quite quickly, and we need to get that secret out to all of our employers. Many already know, but with this new Miller Hall and with the class that we're graduating, I see in the next few years that we will be ranked among the top business schools. I think we were always there. I just don't think everybody knew about us. And so the goal of these programs is hopefully the world will start knowing about us.